All right, moving right along. This is the Tarot of Saqqara. Okay. So I'm going to read what it says on the back, because this is going to be a different deck, and you get this through Etsy, on Etsy. Imhotep's. 5,000 years ago, I'm putting my glasses so I can actually see. In the sacred sands of the Sahara, on the west bank of the river Nile, the greatest pharaoh of the third dynasty commissioned Imhotep to build the first pyramid of Egypt. It was here at Saqqara during a trip in 1981 that Mr. Beeman became inspired by the great monument that served as the necropolis for the ancient Egyptian capital of Memphis. It remained an important complex for royal burials and cult ceremonies for more than 3,000 years, and it is here that the initiations of those seeking enlightenment were performed. So that's interesting to know. Using his skills as a professor of theatrical design at Boston University, and from his study of sacred geometry, Mr. Beeman began to create images of the early systems of spiritual divination and transformation. The original paintings are composed on 36 by 52 wooden art boards using acrylic, silver, and gold leaf paints. Those would be interesting to see. That's pretty large. The final work is an elaborate collection of images derived from the architecture and knowledge of the earliest societies. They comprise not only an Egyptian influence, but also that of Kabbalah, Roman, and Celtic traditions. These paintings would eventually form an 82-card tarot deck entitled the Tarot of Saqqara. So it's got more cards than a traditional tarot deck as well. So let's take a look and see what we have. I have not opened these and looked at it yet. It's in a regular box. Oh, the cards are large. They are they are large. So let me get a regular tarot here, and you can see the difference in size in these. These are quite big. This is the back of the deck. I like the back of that. Imhotep. So it comes with a booklet. And let's see what it says in here. Okay, it just goes right into Major Tarot. Okay, it says there are two groups of cards in a tarot pack, 22 trump cards, major arcana, and 56 suit cards, the minor arcana. The Tarot of Saqqara has 4 additional cards. These cards included in the deck are not to be used in any ordinary reading. They are created to explain the initiation to the student or neophyte. These cards are not numbered, but would be 00, 22, 23, and 24. Okay. It's got a key to the symbols and the names. And it starts right away with the aspirant, the spirit of ether, the hero is us that seeks. So it says, I'll read the first one just so you can get an idea of what this deck says. So the spirit of ether, here is every soul making our first conscious decision to know. With faith as our guide, we will begin to channel fantasy into positive thinking. With our choice to explore all new possibilities, we can begin to follow a new cycle of destiny. We set out to explore a brave new world with a sense of wonder and anticipation. We are essentially a clean slate. The aspirant 0 and the initiate 22 are intrinsically the same soul presence. Tradition makes the neophyte the fool, in one that lacks the form of the initiation. At Saqqara, the beginner is one who hopes. So upright, it says the cause is a choice is offered, innocence, sensitivity opened up, taking the initiative with spirituality, a choice to explore the self, creative dreamer, karmic initiative presented, and self-exploration, or if it's reversed, folly, perhaps mania, intoxication through possibility, delirious wandering, intellectual frenzy, negligence, carelessness, absent-mindedness, ignorance in the guise of innocence, and unfocused energy. So it gives you a bit like a regular tarot would do, and goes all the way to the end here. Those are the cards, and then it has a couple of layouts. They call the Atu layout, gateways of initiation. It's put out like a Celtic cross, and that's that. So let's get to the cards here, open these up, and see what we have. Now this deck for me is going to be a little difficult. I have hardly any room here to lay out cards. So when you have a big deck like this, and you don't have a big space, it makes it a little difficult. Okay, so that's the card stock. Okay. Okay, so these are going to be a bit difficult, I think, to read. This is not for a beginner reader, for sure. Where is the 0? We don't have a 0. We have a 2. Where is the... Let me see. It's not... Oh, okay. Yeah, these, I'm trying to figure out which way this goes, because these are really unusual. Okay. I think we start this way. You'll see what I mean when we get to the end of it. So here is Omega Aleph Alpha, the Tarot of Saqqara, the double hallway of Ma'at. So I think this is supposed to be the first card. The aspirant. Okay, the Tarot of Saqqara, the Magus. Okay, so I think we are going in the right direction here. I like that. The Magus, the Magician. The High Priestess. Okay, now we're getting into land that we understand here. At first I'm going, well, what in the world? Where are we at with this? The Empress. The Emperor. Hierophant. Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Life Force. The Hermit. The Wheel of Life. Balance in Judgment. The Hanged Man. Death in Life. The Serpent's Head. Temperance. So I do like the artwork and things on these. I just have to look at the beginning and find out what we were doing with that. The Devil. We got Anubis. Taking him to the underworld, huh? The Tower. This is different the way they do that. Stars. The Moon. The Sun. We have Ra. Saqqara, the Evolution, the Ladder. So I think that would be, is that Judgment? I think that's Judgment. Earth in the Universe. Then we have Ayin. Categories, the 4 channels. Life in Death. So I'm definitely going to have to read the book on this. Oh, okay, so those were the ones that 22, 23. Unfortunately, they don't have numbers on them to tell. They tell you number 22 and 23. Well, there are no numbers on them. It's a little. Okay. So here we go. Now, this is something we understand again. Ace of Cups. King of Cups. Queen of Cups. Hero of Cups. So I guess that would be like the Knight. And Princess of Cups. This is Kau, the Lord of Perfected Success. Art, Lord of Material Happiness. Happy at the Nile. So this would be the 9 of Cups. The other would be the 10 of Cups. The 8, Saqqara, Lord of Abandoned Success. Now, that's where it says right down here, this little bitty lettering says Lord of Abandoned Success. So that's your 8 of Cups. 7, Lord of illusory success, your 7 of Cups. 6 of Cups, Lord of pleasure. 5 of Cups, Lord of loss in pleasure. That would be like your, the loss, the turned over cups, the 5 of Cups. 4 is Lord of blended pleasure. Lord of abundance. Lord of love. The sharing. And now we come to Ace of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Hero of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, Lord of wealth. 9 is Lord of material gain. 8, Lord of prudence. 7, Lord of success unfulfilled. 6, Lord of material success. 7, Lord of material trouble. 8, Lord of earthly power. 9, Lord of material work. 10, Lord of harmonious change. 11, Ace of Swords. Lord of the root of the powers of the air. 12, King of Swords. 13, Queen of Swords. 14, Hero of Swords. 15, Princess of the rushing winds, Princess of Swords. 16, 10 of Swords, Lord of ruin. 9, Lord of despair and cruelty. 8, Lord of shortened force. 7, Lord of unstable effort. 6, Lord of earned success. 7, Lord of defeat. 8, Lord of rest from strife. 9, Lord of sorrow. Lord of Peace, restored. And now we come to the Wands, the Ankh, Ace of Wands. King of Wands, Prince of the Chariot of Fire. Queen of Wands, Queen of the Thrones of the Flame. Hero of Wands, Lord of Flame and Lightning. Princess of Wands, Princess of the Shining Flame. Tarot of Saqqara, the Lord of Oppression. Nine, Lord of Great Strength. 8, Lord of Swiftness. 7, Lord of Valor. 6, Lord of Victory. 5, Lord of Strife. 4, Lord of Perfected Work. 3, Lord of Established Strength. And 2, Lord of Dominion. And so there you have it, the whole deck of the Tarot of Saqqara. So I'm going to have to go through some of those very first cards and figure out, what was going on, because at first it was a bit, when I opened it, I was looking at the last ones and I'm going, okay, these are a little difficult, but I do like that they have all the geometric designs on them. I just wish that this writing at the bottom was a little bigger, because without glasses, I cannot read it at all. There's no way. Have to have glasses on because the writing is very tiny and it just kind of blends into the back if you don't, if you're not seeing really clearly. So that's the only thing I have to say about this deck that I'm not really thrilled with, and that's I wish the writing were a little larger on there so you could actually read it without having to wear reading glasses. But anyway, this is, again, the Tarot of Saqqara. Okay. And you can get this on Etsy if you are so inclined. And I'm looking forward to using this deck to see how it works. I just wish the cards were a little smaller, writing was a little larger, then it would be great.